Hey YouTubers and gamers, and I'm back, and it's been a month, but I've got some nice range of games and to show you. Before we start though, carrying on from the game I sort of started last week, whereby I've replaced some words sort of for a title, a famous game title. So here you got to guess the name of the game. So it's called The First of Them, but I've changed some of the words around of that. So if you can guess the game, by all means, put in your guess in the comments below. I think next week I'll probably give you a harder one, but so can you guess the game? I'll leave it up there for now, so I don't bash my head with it. Yep, that's fine. Okay, pickups. Alright, starting off with an N64 title. This is a European exclusive. I think it came out in Australia too, but it never came to the States. And that is Taz Express. This is probably the last N64 game I need to get. I managed to get this cart only for about £9, which is quite a good deal really. I normally get my games complete in box, but to get a complete in box copy of this, you're looking over 60 quid really, so I didn't want to really pay out sort of money for it, so I'll probably get a reproduction box at some point, and that'll do me. Turning to just turn to the Master System. I have picked this up, complete box, 8 quid, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now you may think that's something special about this, but you need to bear in mind, and I did not know about this, but the Master System of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is quite a different game to a Mega Drive version. Because I've already got this on the Mega Drive, and I thought that would do because that'd be a better version because of better graphics. But no, this game is a bit different. So by all means, if you're a Sonic fan, do pick this one up as well as the Genesis version. Turning to a Genesis or Mega Drive now, or particularly Japanese Mega Drive. I have here a couple of games which never came out in Europe, I don't think, and I don't think it even came to the States. If it did, it'd be extremely expensive. And these are games called Battlemania, Battlemania 1 and Battlemania 2. These are Japanese Mega Drive versions, which will play in my PAL machine, and they play on a Retro Freak or fine. These are actually reproductions. So I got these from AliExpress. Good quality ones with manuals and everything. £11 each. These games are basically, with these games you play like one or two female characters, and you fly up and down shooting things. It's a bit like Tarkin in a way. You can change your direction and all sorts. Tough as nails though, but these games are extremely expensive. Even in Japan, these are, you're looking at well over probably the £70 mark for each of these really, if you were to get these in Japan. So to get them from AliExpress for £11 each, I thought that's a good price. Get the last reproduction out of the way. I have here the 32x copy of The Amazing Spider-Man Web of Fire. Now, in the States, this is quite an expensive game to get complete in box, okay? But this was not released in Europe, and the 32x is region locked. So even if I spent loads of money and got the American version, I wouldn't be able to play it on my 32x. This is a PAL version reproduction. Yeah, they've done a lovely box, colour manual. The cart's fine, and it's basically it plays on your PAL machines, and it's quite an uncommon game. I think it was one of the last games to be released on the 32x. And to be honest, I've only got a couple of 32x games, including this one now, and the other one was Star Wars. So I do really want to try to get my 32x modded to play a US version of this, and I got this all complete from a sell on eBay for about 50 quid, which is a lot of money for a reproduction, but you don't see these easily, and it's been lovingly put together. It's really, the production quality of this is superb. Okay. Couple of 3DS games I got from CEX. I think they're about 15 quid each. Dragon Ball Fusions. There's not that many Dragon Ball games on 3DS. I'm not sure if there's only one or two really, but I'm collecting those anyway. And this game is I think it's the only English release we got of this. It's part of a series in Japan of RPGs, and this game is called The Seventh Dragon Code VFO 3 or whatever. So it's an interesting type of RPG. But it wasn't. I said it's 15 quid, so I thought I'll pick that up. It's not one game I see it often. A couple of PS1 games, nothing exceptionally special. Glover, 6 quid. You play a magical type glove. It's like a platforming type game. And this one's a bit more interesting. It's Spider. You control a spider and you can upgrade your legs to have weapons like guns and knives and so forth. I think that was about 8 quid. So yeah, a couple for PS1 collection. Moving to the Switch. New release, Kirby Starlight. Got that for 30 quid from CEX. These two I got cheaper than normal, about 20 quid each. The Lego games, Lego City Undercover plus Lego Ninjago movie video game. I've decided to get all the Lego games on the Switch because I like the Lego games anyway, and I always got them on any portable system that they were released on as well. So I had them on the PS4 or PS3 and 3DS if they were released on 3DS, and even the Vita. But since these have come onto a portable system, I have to get them as well. Talking of Switch, was one last game I got, and I had to thank Toys R Us for that. My last purchase from them. Yeah, it's a bit sad with it. Toys R Us have gone. It was one of the last big big toy stores in the UK. I mean, there's another chain called Smith's, which touch wood won't go bust either. But no, it's sad really. My daughter will miss it a bit. Although I think what Toys R Us suffered from is that they were never always that cheap really. You know, sometimes you got a few deals here and there, but there weren't that many. Even on toys, they weren't particularly that cheap either really. But it was nice to walk around and see what was available really. But anyway, last couple of weeks they've been massively reducing their stock, and last week they had reduced it a couple of times, and I've decided to pick it up for its final price. Normally this goes for about £55, even on Amazon it's still 52 quid or something like that. And it's ironic because if you get this same game on a PS4 brand new, you can get it for a tenner, you can nowadays. And it is a Switch edition for Skylanders Imaginators. Now, I wanted to get this on the portable system, so the only portable system you can get this for would be a Switch. And like I said, this is they asked for a lot of price for this, and I don't want to pay 50 odd quid for this game. But 32 quid, I thought, yes please, that's a fair price. And so that's my last ever purchase from Toys R Us. So thank you Toys R Us for that nice deal. I'm not sure if the store's completely closed now in the UK. They were pretty much being kept open on a day-by-day basis. I asked the staff if they knew when they were closing, and they don't know. They just get informed by day by day. So it was a bit of an uncertain, anxious time, and my sincere, regrets and everything go out to the staff that works for Toys R Us. We're real victims in all this. So I wish you luck in all getting better jobs, really. Hey ho. But anyway, let's move to the PS Vita. I've got one game, Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. This is a limited run release. Yeah, I like the Oddworld games, and if this had been released on the PS4, I would have got a PS4 version, but it wasn't. It was just a Vita, so I managed to get that from limited run. And while we're talking of limited run, I've got one other release as well on the PS4, which is a shooter, Skyforce Anniversary. Yeah, it's like a top-down. Well, you don't think it's bullet hell shooter because it's so slow to begin with, but as you upgrade and move further into levels, it becomes more of a bullet hell, really. But this is a game whereby there are only 9 levels, but to proceed from one level to another, you need to replay the previous levels again and again and again. Basically, you've got a grind to upgrade, and I got as far as the 6th level and I sort of gave up on it because I was finding that I was getting bored having to replay the same levels. I don't want to replay the same level about 40 odd times. It's just getting a bit too much really. So a little bit disappointing. But anyway, I guess that makes it more difficult. But then my point of view is it's fair enough to replay the same level about 5 times, but I don't want to do that more. Just add more levels and so forth. So I guess it's the way it is, but it makes the game cheaper to put together, I suppose. But still, it's not my preferential way of playing shooters really. But anyway, that's Skyfall San First. Got it from them to run. Got it, managed to get it for retail. And got a few games from PlayAsia, some exclusives. Another shooter I haven't had a chance to play is Defenders of Ekron. And a sort of 8-bit type RPG, One More Dungeon. These collector sets are so much better quality and more interesting than the collector sets you get from Limited Run. Cheaper too, they really are cheap, so well worth picking up. And this game is the first time a game of this has been translated into English. So it comes with English subtitles in another language to Japanese. It is a tank battle game with Japanese girls. It's like anime, and it's Girls on Panzer Dream Tank Match. This one came with exclusive stickers as well from PlayAsia. It wasn't cheap; it was about over 40 quid. But it's the first time we managed to get a game of this that's translated into English. You can get copies of this on different versions of this on Vita and all sorts, but they're all Japanese only. So I like to have a bit of English translation. And moving on to other PS4 games I've got the Gatefold Edition, Sleeved Edition for Gran Turismo Sport. That was exclusive to the game. That was £22 from CEX. From somebody at work for 10, I've got Sniper Elite 4. I've got all the Sniper Elite games, but not got round to playing them. These two games I managed to get for nothing from HMV because I managed to earn enough points to get about a £50 voucher. So I got these two plus £10 off the new Star Wars Blu-ray, and so I got Life is Strange Before the Storm to set and Metal Gear Survive. They have both been reduced to 20 quid each in HMV, so I managed to get them for 40 with my voucher for nothing, so can't complain. And also got a PlayLink game for PS4, Frantics. This is about 15 quid from Amazon. PlayLink are like party games whereby half the game is played on your mobile phone as well. So unusual concept, I suppose. So it's funny with PS4 you've got a bit of variety, haven't you? You've got normal games, so there's Link games, and also VR games, which is what I got next. I've got this from Argos for about 20 quid. Arizona Sunshine, which is a bit of a zombie shooter. And then I got, I think this is from Smith's for about 20 quid or something. Super Hot VR, it's a bit of a shooter with sort of blocky graphics. And these other two games, again I had some vouchers and stuff, so I got them for about, probably worked out for about 20 quid each. Argos Ultimate VR Collection, so it's got 5 games on there. You got Bandit 6, Combined Arms, is that Deaxed or Xed? Fated, The Silent Oath, Underthing Mars, and Corix. So that's not bad to have 5 games on one disc. And last but not least, I have the Assembly VR Double Pack with Perfect. Now, if you want to this game, if you have a VR, make sure you buy a brand new copy of this while you still can. Reason being is that this second game, Perfect, is digital download code only. So you buy this game second hand, chances are that won't work anymore because they would have used the code. So if you do get this game, get it new and get it in the shop while you still can. Okay guys, that's it. That's all my pickups for last month. Well, a nice variety, a bit of a few goodies there, a few reproductions, and I've got no shame in a few reproductions. I mean, given the choice, obviously I like to have a real thing, and I don't mind paying a bit more for a real thing. And anyone who's been following my channel for a while knows that I do, sometimes spend, a fair bit of money on special, very rare games. But sometimes if a game's only okay or not particularly that great, I don't really want to spend loads of money on. I'd rather just spend a little bit of money and get a reproduction, or just get a cart and get reproduction box, really. But that's more so with the cart games, of course, really. But anyway, that's it for now. As always, comment, like, subscribe. Have a go at guessing what a game is. I'm sure most people will get it right, but have a go anyway. It's only a little bit of harmless fun. And next time I'll probably go for a harder game for you anyway. So until next time, guys, take care.